G'day guys and welcome back. I'm Rosini16. I'm here today to bring you episode 26 of Gunning for Glory. Now this is the special episode where we go ahead and do the FUT draft. Now this was a big cock up. So as you can see in the background, I'm not really talking through what's going on. I'm just fast forwarding it because we had a bit of a situation. I built this really nice team I was really keen to play with, and I really was confident that we'd get pretty far into the draft with this side. Now we had a bit of a hiccup in our first game where we absolutely dominated the shit out of the bloke we played, but unfortunately couldn't finish the game out, as you'll see by the highlights in a minute. But fortunately for us, something happens at this end of the game where you'll see it might be able to spice this episode up a little bit. So as we hop over into the game, you'll actually see we come up against this really nice 100 chems Bundesliga side with Ryan, Robin and Hernandez and Muller all in form up front. Absolutely insane team. This guy wasn't that great of a player. I really felt like I dominated him. He just seemed to always get the lucky break, and I don't know, every attack I did just didn't seem to do anything against him, and it was very frustrating. I got very mad in this game. We did manage to draw a level, but he does manage to get a goal in literally the last attack of the play from a shitty deflection, which really pissed me off. But fortunately, going into the next scene, you'll see in the crappy packs that we did happen to get, which was unfortunately 2 5Ks in a silver player pack, we actually managed to pull something pretty good in this first pack. Now, as you can probably tell what it is as soon as it pops up with the German flag and the CF, that is actually Muller that popped up, which is quite incredible because he's worth a bit, not enough to get us the players we want in the likes of Alexis Sanchez or Mesut Ozil, but enough to put us back in the draft. And I thought I was pretty hard done by in that game. I really felt like I didn't deserve that loss, and so I listed him up for pretty much cheaper than what he's worth, but enough to put me back into the draft for this episode. So I decided, fuck it, I'm going to re-enter into this draft. I felt like that first round was shit. I didn't want to leave you guys with that, so I did sell him. He sold instantly. Unfortunately, I discarded the bloody contracts. I don't know why, because they would have been really handy to keep, but I realized my mistake and fix it in the next one and make sure I keep those. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to get anything in the rest of these packs, but I was happy enough that we managed to pull that Muller, which actually gives us enough coins to enter back in the draft. And even though it's not probably what I should be doing, because I said I'd only be doing one draft at the end of each season, I just felt like that was pretty shit, and I had such the better team, and I played so much better, and I just felt it was really unfair to be eliminated in the first round. So with that, we sell everything else that we get with those packs, and we're going to jump straight back into this draft and hopefully do a lot better this second time around. Alright guys, so we're starting the draft. We're going to enter with the coins we just got from selling Muller, as you'll know I've just already said. Some pretty decent formations here. I'm probably going to have to go with the 4-3-3 attack. The false 9 did nothing for me in that last one, and hopefully this can do something a little bit better for me, a little more attacking. Oh, you got to take that Ronaldo. You can't not. Let's hope we can build another nice team around him and really do some damage, and this is a tough choice. You have to take Aubameyang just for the pace. I haven't played with him yet. Hopefully he's decent. And look, Mkhitaryan, perfect link on the right-hand side with him. Although there is Messi, I'm probably going to take Mkhitaryan just for chemistry reasons. Going into the defense, hopefully we can get Marcelo here and get him a nice, good link. But we're not going to get that. We're going to have to take Tremoulanas. He's a good player anyway, so I'm not that bummed about it. In the central midfield, we're not going to really get anyone that's going to help with link with Ronaldo except for Perez. There's not going to get him any green links, so that's all we're going to be able to do for him unless we can manage to pull something on these other sides or on the bench. We're going to have to take Gundogan there because chemistry reasons for them. Come on, we need a good midfielder. Ooh, him or Holtby. Who's got better skill? Ooh, this is a tough choice. Probably going to have to take Goetze. Yeah, I'll take Goetze. Hopefully we can get someone good on the bench to replace the midfield, because it's not what I ideally want at the moment. Neither is these right back choices. Jesus, I'm going to have to take Uria and hopefully get a nice Liga 1 defense, which we're not going to get. Probably gets an orange link at least. I'll have to take him. Oh, wow. That does not help at all. I'm going to have to take Zuma. Let's hope we can get a bloody good goalkeeper to end this off, like a Hugo Lloris or something. Oh my god. I'm going to have to take Costil. Unless I can take the BBVA. No, we'll just stick with Costil. Okay, hopefully this bench gives us a little bit better, and it's not going to. I'm going to have to take the thumb, Guzan. We really need some better defenders. Hopefully we can pull something in this. I could take Ginter. Yeah, I'm going to have to take Ginter. I can chuck him in it right back and get the links to Gundogan and Mkhitaryan. Come on, some good central defenders. I'm not going to get that either. I'll take Vertonghen. Maybe we could put Guzan on and try and make some kind of defense with it. Although I don't want to put Guzan on because he's not good. As if I'm not taking Thiago. He's a sick player. Come on. Oh, Willian would be nice. But Sterling as well. And Parejo. Probably going to have to take Sterling here. Yeah, I'll take Sterling. He's a good player. He can be a super sub. Come on. Nothing again. I'll just take Baka for the rating. Hopefully try and get a high rated side. Come on. I'll take Di Maria for the super sub, I guess. Because none of these other players are really going to work, ideally. Come on. We need some good players to finish us off. A goalkeeper. A centre back. That's not trash. Wow. Well, he's not even going to get a game, so... Oh, you can't send her to that Neymar. I mean, I know we got Ronaldo, but he can be a super sub on striker or the midfield if anyone's playing shit else. Come on. Danilo? I don't know. Who do I take here? I'm probably going to take Danilo realistically. Can maybe sub him on in defense if I have a shit defense. Oh. I mean, Ibra and Chiellini I'd love to have, but they're not going to fit this side at all, and I can't have heaps of super subs, so maybe I'll take Alba and chuck him on the left back. Yeah. Alright, continue on. Someone good to finish it, and I'm not going to get that. Alright, I'm going to take Luis Enrique here just for the BPL link. So, it's looking a bit iffy with this side. It's going to be a bit difficult to try and get some chemistry going. I mean, I'm sure I could sort something out. I mean, I just really want to tighten up that defense. I'm happy with the midfield. I'm happy with the strike force. I reckon I'm going to sub Thiago on straight away in the match for Goetze. He's a better player. Only worry is defense, and I don't want to waste my subs in defense because with the new patch, your strikers get tired so quick. And I'd like to bring on that Neymar or Di Maria or Sterling up there later on in the match if I'm struggling, but lose chemistry doing that. I really don't want to use Brad Guzan. He's so shit. But I guess this keeper's not a whole lot better. Does it work if I try and put Danilo in there, maybe? No, lose chemistry again. I wonder what kind of manager we can get. See if the manager can maybe improve this side. Come on, someone good. And we're not going to get it. None of these guys are going to give us too much chemistry. I reckon 96 is going to be the best we can get. I'll have to take Arsene Wenger just for that Zuma chemistry boost. Because if anything, I want at least one of my centre-backs with good chemistry. We've got an average rated side, but hopefully I can touch up the chemistry, make it a little bit better. Fuck, I'm going to have to put Guzan on. And then get rid of Pogba for Tongan. Oh, we got 100 chem that way at least. Look, I can just sub Brad Guzan if need be if he's really shit. But that's the only way I can see us getting 100 chem at the moment. Try and get a 185 side. I think we're only going to get 184. Yeah, well, that looks like a sick team. Hopefully we can jump into this first game and do a lot better than we did in that fucking last one. Alright guys, so as we go into the first game, we come up against this really nice 86 chem BPL side. I have no doubt this guy's going to bring on subs straight away because there's a few players there I'm a bit questionable about. And there's a lot of players out of position. Maybe that's why he hasn't got the 100 chem, but looks like an insane side. Hopefully we can get in and get a good result. Now, in case you guys couldn't already tell by the time length of this video, but I do end up making it pretty far into this draft. Now, this side was an absolutely insane side. I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun to play with. Thiago in that cam position was amazing. Aubameyang in form is easily my favourite card in this FIFA to date. If I had enough coins, I would go out and buy that card. He's absolutely sick. Seriously, guys, if you don't have him or you have coins and considering getting him, get him. He's not a skill player, and I can't play with people who aren't skill players, but he kicks so many freaking goals for me, as you guys will be seeing in the highlights. The person I was most surprised about was Ronaldo. He was really quiet in all these games. The only way I could seem to get him in the game is if I passed it out wide to him and skilled it in. But Thiago and Aubameyang were doing all the damage for me in these games. And that first game we managed to go out and definitely make up for that last one, absolutely smashing home a 4-1 win. And we go into the next game pretty confident against a 93 chem side, except look at these players. They look absolutely insane. They're high class, insanely good players. Not one of them positions has a bad player in it, but Fortunately, again, this guy wasn't the best of players. It didn't take us long to pick up the lead, and from then on, we tend to run away with it. I came out absolutely firing in this draft. I don't know if it's just because I really wanted to make up for that last draft, or whether this side was a lot better, but I don't know. The pace of the game seemed to be very quick, which is great because it was a lot of fun to play with, and it was genuinely the funnest side I've played with in FIFA probably ever. I just can't get over it. That Aubameyang is such an insane card. I've never enjoyed someone with that shit of skill that much in my life. It's just, his pace just leaves everyone for dead, and even though pace isn't a trait that's highly recommended in this game as something to like use because it's not powerful like it has been in the previous FIFAs, he left them for dead every time, and you'll see in many of these clips he just outruns them, and if it's not that, it's Thiago bloody skill, and these ball rolls and whatnot are absolutely phenomenal, and he's so much fun to play with. At this point, we are absolutely killing this bloke, absolutely tearing him apart. 5-0 we end up going up and winning by, which is phenomenal considering we got eliminated 2-1 in the first round, and we've come back and got 4-1 and 5-0, and we go into the third game against another really nice team. Not 100 cam again, but a sick team nonetheless, so I have no doubt this guy will be a challenge. The last two teams we have come up against, I was worried going into the game, thinking they're off cam, they're insane teams, I reckon they're going to give me a bit of a run for my money, but that wasn't the case at all. Up until the final in this series, it was an absolute thumping that I gave people. The most I got scored against me was 1 goal out of the 3 games. Like, at one time I think I got 2 scored against me out of the 3 games, but we absolutely piled on the goals. Once we got one home, we just kept smashing them home continuously, and it was through the same players over and over and over. So I recommend, guys, if you ever get Aubameyang or Thiago or Mkhitaryan in the draft, take them. They're the funnest players to play with, and they work their ass off for you. I've never been so impressed with how well they play, and he just tore him apart, as you can see right there with Aubameyang. Just ran past the defence. He couldn't do anything but keep a charge, and then you just run around the keeper. It was just that simple. And we do manage to go and pick up a 4-1 win for the third game, which puts us into the draft final, which is absolutely phenomenal. I didn't expect to get this far at all, so any result I get here I'm going to be happy with. And going into it, I knew it was going to be a tough game. 98 chem BBVA side, and as you can tell by the players, it's an absolutely insane side. And it's not going to be an easy game like I've experienced in the last 3 before this one. I have only included my goals in the draft. I didn't want to put theirs in because I didn't want this video to go forever and you guys get bored, because you're probably bored already by this point if you're even still watching. But this game was a doozy, I can say that much. As you can see, as you will see in a few minutes at the end score, there was that many goals in this game. It was absolutely ridiculous. I don't end up getting the result I want. I do end up going down by 1 goal, unfortunately, after an absolutely amazing comeback, which you will see momentarily. But I didn't feel like I deserved to lose. I was happy to just get to the final. I didn't care if I won or lost at this point, but I really felt a bit hard done by. I dominated this guy. I had 4 more shots than him on the end, on target, and in general more shots. I dominated possession, and I don't know, I hit the post about 3 times. The keeper did some wonderful saves like 3 times. There was just nothing I could really do, and while this guy couldn't really defend that well, his offense was insane. Pretty much every time he got forward, he scored. It was impressive. I was really quite shocked at how different he played at each end of the pitch. He could not defend to save his life, but his offense was absolutely clinical as all hell. We managed to pull it 5-5, just going to the end of the game. For some dumb reason, I don't chuck it back into like basic, like not attacking or defending. I left it on ultra attacking, which is probably my downfall there, as he leaked through my defense on the last bit of play and did score, which put him up 6-5. But we do go ahead and get some 2 big packs now. Whilst the jumbo pack seems like a bad pack to get, it's good in the retrospect that I do get a lot of contracts and stuff, which will be helpful going back into my normal series. But hopefully we can pull a good player so we can buy Mesut Ozil or Sanchez this episode, and that's not going to get us the player that we want. That was an absolutely disgusting pack, but at least we had a handful of contracts, some fitness cards, manager contracts. Yeah, not the greatest pack, but we got a player pack next. I felt a bit hard done by about the packs. I felt like I should have got a little bit better packs for how I did, but nothing you can do about it. Hopefully we can get something good in this. Just as shitty in form is 10k at least. Come on, something good. Yep, no, that's absolutely shit. So it is going to make us a little bit of money, but not enough to buy the players we want. So unfortunately, we're going to go back into the seasons from now until the end of this season. So that's going to complete this episode for today, guys. Thanks very much for coming and watching. I hope you enjoyed. But I'll see you tomorrow for the normal Gunning for Glory. Thanks very much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your days.